Hi there, we are back for another episode of Shadowbringers and we are doing the side quest of Kholusia. We are here at X 15.8, Y 25.5, Z 0.3 and we have to talk to Eueliss. Right for the job. Eueliss awaits the decision from Silac. Thank you for your patience, sweet. Silac still appears to be wrestling with his thoughts, but perhaps we can help him come to a decision. Sir, I don't mean to press you, but might you have arrived at an answer to my proposal? Not exactly, no. There's another matter I have yet to reconcile. Would you mind sharing this matter with us? Well, it goes back to the day that the Eater attacked the village. I was taking my turn as lookout here at Stonegazer. It's a duty we take very seriously. They say when the tower was originally built, in the time before the flood, they were worried about Dwarves and mountain bandits, but these days... Yes, there's a far worse prowling around and I failed to spot it. The Sin Eater which came that day did not appear as the other monstrosities I have seen. From a distance, it simply looked like a person. I wanted to be sure before I rang the warning bell, but I waited too long. Many who could have fled died because of my hesitation. How could a man of such faulty judgment ever serve you as Major? What comfort can I offer those whose loved ones were needlessly slain? None. No, whilst the abomination itself yet roams free to kill again. You would take vengeance on our behalf? That is good, for we were powerless before its might. Should the Eater show its cursed face again, then I pray you are as strong as you appear. I know nothing of the roads you have walked, of the battles you fought, so I can but echo what Silac has said. Our prayers will be for your victory. Okay. Well, sir, you have heard sweet words. Talk of vengeance aside, and do not believe the villagers, either living or dead, hold you responsible for the actions of that monster. And yet I cannot fault you for wanting to remain distant. Pray forgive me for pestering you so. Nay, 'tis I who should beg forgiveness. So you have lost as much as anyone. I left you to shoulder the burden of leadership alone. All will be well with you back among us again. Come, let us return to the village. As I've said, it's unsafe to linger out here for long. Sweet. One last escort back to Wright, if you would. My thanks for your protection, sweet, not to mention for unfailing patience. It is my hope that now Silac has unburdened his mind to us, his heart will be that tiniest bit lighter. I, for one, feel ready to face another day. After all, I have my friends and neighbors here to help me face it. There was one last thing I wanted to show both of you and Silac. It has to do with Wright's traditional industry, if you were interested in taking a look. Oh, good. I was worried you'd had enough of me. My last round for you then will be to have a word with Silac and bring him to the barley fields at the front of the village. I'll be there tending to the crops until you arrive. Oh. Okay. Ah, sweet. I am grateful for your understanding and the flowers you brought. My wife would have very much approved of the selection. Now, was there something you wished to discuss with me? And Eueliss wants me there as well, does she? We had best head over to the fields then. This is what I wanted to show you. This barley crop right here. This was your father's plot, wasn't it? And you've been tending to it in his absence? Every single day. I wanted to see his plans come true. His plans? Yes, he dreamed of restoring things to how the history books said they once were, before the flood ruined everything. Our village has long been known as a place of artisans. Even the name Wright is a nod to all the craftsmen that once made their home here. In years gone by, it said a line of tellers would stretch down the road, arms bearing lumber, and the shipyard would echo with the calls of shipwrights hard at work. And when the day was done, they would gather here and to share an ale in the village. My father, he'd hoped to brew the traditional Wright ale with the barley from his crop. To one day that a barrel with his family and dear friends and raise a toast to the future. Silac, sweet. Will you raise a mug with me when that day comes? Of course I will. Ah, but my dear girl, the land here does not nourish the crops as it once did. I fear it will be some time ere you'll have barely fit for the ale you have in mind. In the meantime, will you help me with the rest of Clifton's plans? The rest? He wanted things the way they once were, did he not? Then we must first recover from the tragedy which was visited upon us. There is no simple solution, but I mean to do what I can to lead our community out of this mire of pain and grief. Assuming you are still willing to have me as major. Yes, of course, sir, thank you. I was set to live out the rest of my life in denial, but you and Eueliss have opened the eyes of this old fool to what needs to be done. And for that you have my thanks. Now, I had best get to work. I have folk to talk to and plans to make. When you are finished here, Eueliss, I should appreciate your assistance. Well, sweet, I think this is where we finally part ways. Thank you again for all you have done for us. The people of Wright will go on, even under the weight of our sorrow. It might not happen this day or the next, but together we'll find ways to make things better, to recapture the prosperity this village once had. I look forward to when you next visit. With any luck, I'll be waiting to put a 14 mug of Wright brewed ale in your hand. So, complete. So, and that was the last quest for this region, level 70. For now, I would say that was all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.